So, something that I thought about recently is that AI is the reason that you should start creating. AI is the reason why you should start that YouTube channel. AI is the reason that you should start that business. You know, if you don't know who I am, my name is Michael, also known as Mike Martin. I started this YouTube channel basically to help aspiring content creators, entrepreneurs get motivated and get started, while also documenting my own journey into quitting my 9-to-5 through YouTube. But nonetheless, let's get right into the video. Topic of the day is AI is the reason that you should be creating. You should be starting that business, starting that YouTube channel. I was on my walk just the other day when I was just kind of thinking about where I'm at with what I'm doing right now with the YouTube channel, with my business, with just my life in general, right? And I think a lot of people nowadays, they want to start something, they want to do something, but they just don't know where to get started, or they just feel like they give themselves a million reasons not to do something. They're worried about their appearance. They're worried that they don't have anything to talk about. They're worried that they don't have any skills or anything like that. And they're just worried about it. But I'm telling you right now that AI should be the reason that you should start creating, because there's only one of you, and there's only one person that's lived the experience that you've lived, in terms of how you think about it. And that should be the reason why you start that YouTube channel, you start that business, because your perspective is unique. Your experience is unique. It could be similar to other people, which will get you people to follow, get people to support you. But your experience, the way you package it, the way you market it, the way you, apply it, it's completely unique to you, which is why I can't stress this enough, is why you should start creating. That's why I started creating. In a world of AI, we see AI slop all the time. It gets views, it gets likes, it gets everything. But when it comes down to it, we're going to come back to genuine connections, genuine videos of people, of experiences, and then also when it comes to like handcrafted goods. So like I make handcrafted goods, I make like wallets and stuff like that. It's kind of the same way when you're like a small business, when you're a small creator, you're worried about competing with the big guys, right? If you make wallets, maybe I'm concerned about whoever, the fancy wallet maker is, whoever is that big conglomerate that makes wallets and stuff. But they're so out of touch, and they just don't know exactly what people want. And not just that, but like people want to support other people, people want to support other people. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I feel like you have to get through your head, and which is why you should start like today. Like if you want to start a YouTube channel, like start it today. If you want to start making like handcrafted goods, you should start today. Like don't worry about, in the world of like content creation, it's like AI or the bigger creators that have teams and stuff that you're worried about competing with. In the world of handcrafted goods, you're worried about competing with like an Amazon or like a Walmart, where you can get things fast and for cheap, right? But that does not matter, because when people want to support you, they want to support you. But that doesn't happen if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't start that video, if you don't record yourself making stuff, if you don't record yourself, post yourself doing anything, and then it does not happen. But that's why I feel passionately that AI, like the same reason AI scares you out of starting or scares you out of, doing something, it should be the same reason why it motivates you to do it. If that kind of makes sense. I know I'm kind of rambling, but if it makes sense in my head, just let me know in the comments if it makes sense to you. But yeah, in the topic of AI, just to reel it in, it's definitely more of a crutch. It's more of a like helper than it is like the main thing that should be creating your content, right? Because don't get me wrong, I've used AI in parts of my business, and parts of this YouTube channel, but I don't rely on it. I don't think it's going to be something that replaces me. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, people right now in this day and age, they're craving like human connection, if you scroll through your social media, a lot of things that people post nowadays, it's funny. They use AI to either make it or repackage it so they can post it again. But it all comes down to the same thing. It's if it's repackaged content, it's from an original creator. Think about like the golden era of like YouTube and stuff like that. Like what makes people so attracted to it and love it and it gives them that sense of nostalgia. It's that human touch, that human interaction, right? You felt like you were connected to these creators. You felt like that you knew them. You felt like when you watched their videos, they made you feel some sort of type of way, like they're your friend or they're, someone close to you. And that's kind of why you should start creating. Like you don't know who that person who's watching can be impacted, can be motivated to start their own thing, and it's just like a snowball. Like I just think that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know how religious you guys are, but I just feel like as humans, like God put us on this earth to create and to help others, help other people, other animals. Like we were built to build, That's why our hands are so freaking, they're so dexterous, right? I can use this little tool to snip, I can use this little marker to write and draw, It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing that we can create. So take advantage of it. Don't take it for granted, But that's why I feel like AI is the reason you should start creating. Like in this day and age where everything could be automated, everything could be fake, everything could be, there's people posting like full on like AI creators and AI movies and AI content. And it's like, eventually we're going to crave like real things, real like handmade things. Don't sleep on that. Like I'll give you a good example. I don't know how you guys are with your diet and stuff, or with what you put in your body. And don't get me wrong, like I preach eating healthy. I preach eating, to nourish your body, to nourish your mind and everything. Because that's the obvious. Everybody knows that. It's not like it's not news to people nowadays. But, we know that there's times where we're like, hey, I didn't pack nothing or whatever, like McDonald's is right there, or whatever, Taco Bell, whatever restaurant, fast food restaurant you can think of is right here. Let's just eat that. It's fast, it's convenient. I don't have to make it. Kind of like AI, right? It's easy to make, it's quick, it knows exactly what people like, what people want. But just eat enough of it. Eat enough of it. Like I've had days where like I've eaten fast food like almost every day, to the point where I stopped craving it. And I'm just like, dude, I want a home cooked meal. I want to make something, or I want, my wife to make something, that is like home cooked. Something that, it just, the taste is different. It makes you feel different. Everything about it is different, and I just think that's what's going to be happening right now, is that there's going to be so much AI content or AI generated things that people are just like how people call it, it's slop. And then you eat enough of it, you're like, I feel kind of icky and this doesn't feel right? Or even like repurposed content where it's like, I've seen this clip again and again and again, or I'm looking at this creator like way too much, like I want something fresh and new. And that should be the reason why you start creating. That should be the reason why you start creating, because people want new things. Things are cyclical, right? Things happen, they phase out, and then it eventually comes back. And I think that's kind of where we're going to be heading, is these talking head videos that I do, like I'm not over editing them because I don't have a lot of time to. I don't have a lot of energy to do it a lot of the times. But I know that I want to get my message across to people. I want to get people motivated. And that's why I do them like this, is because this is what I got to do to keep me consistent. And do I utilize AI to assist with things? Yes. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, like the actual content of everything, it's human to human. It's me talking to you, whoever's behind the camera, And that's another reason why I don't do any like fast editing on these or anything that you know is good for retention, because the people that are watching my videos, the people that I hope are watching my videos, aren't people that just want quick scrolls and quick content. They want actual change, and they want actual connection to something. And they're in a place where they just been wanting to create. They've been wanting to get motivated. They've been wanting to, you know, make something meaningful. And I don't think someone who wants to just quick scroll, like, this is not worth my time, let me scroll away, is looking for, you know. If they want something like that, they can go watch like a Mr. Beast, or, you know, whoever other creators out there that, you know, that are about that, you know. But that's not what my channel's about. But if you made it this far, I mean, that's basically what my channel is about, if you don't already know. That's where I'm going to cut the video, because I feel like I already got my point across to you guys. And now at this point, it's just up to you. You should start creating as soon as you can. Freaking record that video. Start practicing whatever you need to do. If you're going to start that business, you know, start it today. Plan today. If you can't really like hands-on, start today. Plan today. Execute as soon as possible, so that way you can have the life that you long for, that life that you just feel deep down in your soul that you're gonna have as soon as you start with that momentum. But that's where it starts. All right, Danielle, peace.